Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Advanced Topics in Ethnography. I wanted to post this video early for session 7, which starts on Monday, so you can start to prepare for the activity that will be part of next week's lesson. So let me start off by saying, up to this point in the semester, I've been intentionally sort of exposing you to different types of ethnographies, both long and short. The sort of ethical and methodological thought that goes into why you would choose ethnography to tell the story of research that you might conduct or plan to conduct. I know some of you actually are preparing to do something like dissertation, for instance. Now we're going to shift more so to the techniques and the toolbox that ethnographers need to have at their disposal to do this sort of research. So I have you watch a short video this week that is a pretty traditional sort of anthropological context. So it's an anthropologist in the field. Anthropology very much came out of this idea that the only way to truly understand something is to go to a place where you understand almost nothing. So you'll see how a professor is doing research in a Thai village. This might not have much to do with your own health sensibilities. However, it's one of those things that ethnographers are often exploring. You know, you can be much more of a sponge if you have no water in you at all, but once you are immersed in a situation, and this is typically how ethnographers become immersed, this video gives you a little glimmer. It also talks about the tools that ethnographers tend to use, which are not always the same tools, data collection tools, that other types of research would employ. But they're very much by design what a researcher might need to truly go deep into the lives of the people that they're studying, be it one person or be it you know, an entire village, for instance. Of course, for this group, it's probably unlikely that many of you will go off to a village. That doesn't mean that some of you might not have international interests. I know in my conversations with some of you that you do. So, so this week we're shifting. We're going now from the, you know, the ethos of ethnography into now the tools, the kit, the real tangible items that you would need to utilize if you were to conduct the research design that you've been constructing. So the readings from the textbook are about field notes and ethnographic research, writing and representation. You know, how are you going to take something that's a lived experience and sort of turn it into a written product? And also ethnographic diaries and journals, how to use them, the dilemmas of using those sort of things that you sometimes come across. What I hope you take away from this session is that ethnographic work is really very organic. And, you know, it might be as simple as a piece of paper or a drawing that you're making, or it might be interviews. It might be something that you think is right, but you have to go back to someone and say, I noticed this. Am I interpreting it properly? It's also in many ways co-created with the people that you are working with, who are your participants in your study. So the activity for this week is going to take some organizing. Um, I'm asking you to organize so that you can role play. You'll probably need to do this by Zoom or maybe even in person if that's even an opportunity. So the activity is one will play the role of the ethnographer and the other play the role of the participant. So this is going to be related to the study design that you have been creating and you are going to soon submit. And the idea here is that one person needs to sort of role play someone that might be a participant in the ethnography that you have designed, and the other person be the ethnographer, the researcher. And I'm asking you to do a 30-minute recorded interview. You could do that through Zoom. And it's only going to be shared between the two of you. It's not going to be posted or anything. And in that 30 minutes, you're going to be utilizing different techniques on how you're going to ask the person who's playing the role of, you know, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, an African-American nurse, if that is the type of participant that you'll be working with. And the researcher should be utilizing whatever techniques that you think are going to be useful to capture that moment. So 30 minutes, it's not a long period of time. And after you're done that, you're going to utilize some of the tools from the readings and that video that I showed you in your ethnographer's toolbox to make sense of the interview. And then you're going to post it to the discussion board. And I'm asking everyone to read everyone else's products and ask questions about what the ethnographer found helpful or challenging using these tools. So this is a chance to sort of put into practice what you've been learning about. I think everyone now is pretty astute as to why you would even choose ethnography as a method. And now this is just a little chance to sort of try it out and to pretend, as it were, that you are doing actual research. Again, I've told you before in this course and in any methods course, it's hard to just let everyone loose, out into the public. I mean, there's all kinds of problems that you can get into and I can get into regarding, privacy and IRB and HIPAA and all that stuff. So that's unfortunately the reason why we can't actually go out and do this sort of thing. But we can use each other as guinea pigs to practice some of these techniques. And what I'm really looking for is the truth and what you found really worked for you, what you tried that was like, oh, I thought this would work, but it didn't work. And why didn't it work? And again, I want everyone to answer everyone else's post, to answer to ask questions, to have a real discussion about how this experience has gone. I want to end today's video with a short reminder. I noticed in a couple cases in this past assignment, this would be assignment 3, that there was misinterpretation of what the assignment was asking for. I really want to, remind everyone when you're reading an assignment, just go to the assignment tab, and you will see the assignment. Let's go to the one I'm referring to, the mini ethnography overview. reading the assignment is one thing, but then also take a look at the rubric and what it is I'm looking for in that assignment. In some cases, I think there was some confusion, and unfortunately, it led to some points being taken off of the assignment. So, as you prepare, assignment 3 is next and will be forwarded posted on Sunday. Please be sure to read that rubric and understand what in fact I'm looking for. It's this is so that you understand what the assignment is, but then you also understand what I'm hoping that you get out of the assignment. This isn't just busy work. It's work that I hope advances your understanding of what we're doing in this course. So again, read those rubrics, make sure that you are providing what the assignment is actually looking for. Outside of that, I hope everyone has a good weekend, and I look forward to seeing your assignment part 2 on Sunday, and I'll be getting to those as soon as possible to grade next week. Have a great weekend, and I hope that you are able to get some rest while you're catching up. I know how that is. Sometimes you just need to, take a breather, and that's okay too. So I hope everyone's holding up. We're mid-semester now, and it's usually when the fatigue starts to set in. So be good to yourself, and don't forget to leave yourself some time for yourself, your family, some personal time while you're diligently working through all of your coursework. All right, thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.